And welcome back to Glove versus Mega Man 2 Next Cartridge. I don't know why I said Mega Man 2, but that is what the M and the M stand for. This is game 2. You know, after game 1, which happened on Monday, we're here with game 2. Totally normal. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I'm DJ Webb, joined again by Oxy. I'm clearly being coy. Hopefully, this will be a race that all of the bad luck, out of game is out of our systems, and we'll have a good clean fight.
Right. That's just what condensed bad luck looks like.
Forget the name of that book, but it's like Alexander's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day or something like that. That was what we experienced.
It's all
System
because
crashes, fire alarms, CWJ got patched, all of the shambles.
yeah, all because of Kirby ships.
Ah, the true mastermind behind it all, finally revealed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
we're
actually
back.
using the same Samus sprite as well as the same ship sprite. A little interesting.
We've got quite the sync here between our runners. Oh, that was even with the synchronized fall, that was something to
Double
behold. But
pit
yeah,
fall. No one ever falls in pits. Whoa.
yeah. This is a Super Metroid Randomizer. Our settings for this tournament, as they have been thus far, major minor area boss, and we've got
Oh.
one of the more interesting starting items that you could have, Charge Beam.
Yep. So with the early charge, that kind of changes up the value of your miners. Uh, Normally you just run into every miner and just have a nice healthy amount. But now we get to think about which ones to pick up, which ones to skip, and like when to go for your charge finish. Because having charge doesn't mean that you're going to find any other beam. It's pretty likely. Charge,
We
charge
did
is the
have our
one in
eyes on
five.
three in the previous seed, so Actually, no, we had our eyes on all of them, right? We saw, yeah, because Plasma was at Croc,
Right.
so
Yeah, it was everything except charge.
yeah.
And then looking
We
back to
are,
game one, charge played a big part by not showing up.
that's right. There was some very out of the way checks for ammo at the end there on gloves in, but yeah. So far, we've seen already some farming. No E tank start, but with power bombs, they still want to check this transition. So you can see M2 definitely a little bit more thorough on the farming. Glove has 89, so not in one hit KO territory from these large side hoppers, but you still don't want to take a hit. MM2, obviously, 10 more is 10 more, but if you have to come back here because of a heated room transition, that could be some very good health. And we are coming back, but not because of heat, because of water, which is supposed to be our friend.
Yep. Heated rooms do just under 10 health usually. I think the croc room is a little over 10.
Yeah, because of the
Uh,
where it puts you and such.
um, so you do want to, like, just for safety, be above that one hit kill range. And that put Glove a little bit ahead.
Yep, no power bomb issues here. So we'll get the old mother brain check, and we'll have yeah, like you said, it's the earlier you get charged, the more decisions you're gonna have to make. Definitely at the beginning, you're gonna be picking up whatever miners you see, but once you get past a certain threshold, some runners will elect to not pick up missiles, especially depending on what other beams you have.
Right.
But
So as far as missiles go, like it's always you're always looking to get like 20 missiles, 30 supers is pretty good numbers. You could go for 15 missiles. But then it also is going to matter how likely are you to skip Varia and how many crystal flashes you'll need. Um, so there's a lot of reasons to like not have a set number of ammo to pick up.
yeah, and too quickly made up time with the few movement mishaps there in the old mother brain. minor check, but we did have a third super missile, so
Yeah.
get charge beam. Game gives you all the supers you need.
How far can we go without finding any regular missiles?
I think the record for latest missile pickup and actually kept was probably the finals of last summer's tournament. I want to say it was like literally into the double digit minutes before Audra ended up like collecting a missile and not resetting it. It was one of the crazier things. Full kind of aided in that, and also the random start. But yeah, it could be a little bit, especially depending on where we go. We're not gonna be more than likely running into any miners in criteria, since we're going to be going Terminator and then two portals, and depending on where those go, um, who knows how many miners are in the immediate vicinity.
Yeah, most likely to go left. Not going towards Moat just yet. But pretty normal opening so far. Get your Blue Brimstone portal check, and that leaves you without enough power bombs to really do anything. So it's a ship refill. And then Terminator is going to have this major, which is oftentimes an E-tank. But still, you want to make the major check. And E-tanks aren't bad. And then right after this will be the two portals. And then we can start making decisions.
Yeah, Terminator also one of those rooms if you have a strong vanilla muscle memory. Some people have a strat where you hold the shot button and that'll just shoot obviously at regular intervals. We have the same transition into Red Brinstar. It's on the other side of criteria this time, but here we are back in Red Tower again. And already a little bit of a difference here. MM2 wants to clean up this other criteria and likely go forward in Red Bryn. Glove doing the minor checks first as we have an early front of Lower Norfair.
Yeah. So I think because of the elevator, if you were to follow one of these portals, it'd be the one that's up the elevator. And that means that you would check the other criteria portal first, since it's easier to run back to this area.
Yeah, and alpha power bombs with a little Billy Mays action, vanilla alpha power bombs, and then another power bomb pack. So yeah, 15-15, and we we
We
pop
pick
into the other
Moat.
side of criteria.
Okay.
That's a completely vanilla transition, by the way.
Yeah, vanilla missile.
We got one.
Yeah. Glove
Yeah.
not going for the out of room alignment again.
Yeah, it looked like she's been trying to do a strat where she, lays that power bomb and then very, very quickly gets to the door and just not quite getting the speed to get there in time. And
That is
CWJ
actually how I
simulator.
do any percent, but it's hard.
Oh goodness, what a start to this seed. We're
Well, you
seeing
worked hard to
everything
get
we
over
saw
here.
last seed. We had criteria to Red Brand. We had the early Upper Norfair. We had pre-aqueduct, an early croc. Just it's a highlight reel of a seed lost to time.
The Moat losing time, yes. So 2 E-tanks. It's probably enough to get to the E-tank if you're really careful. But a little scary. As in very scary.
Yeah, MM2 wants to check out the rest of this area, probably safe scum that item. Several things would allow you to traverse back here very safely, including, grapples, space jump, probably also gravity as well.
Speaking of getting back here, this croc location is looking pretty isolated. We have like the top of Red Tower checks, but we're going to be moving away from that no matter what we do next. And so
Yes,
either
indeed.
check now croc now or never.
Yeah, I was informed that another racer in this tournament, Real Cutie, said that if you want to do this croc play, I think he said it was like 7 missiles, 5 supers will get you a kill with no additional backups or step forwards, I guess, from Crocomire. So we should only have 5 missiles, so the extra super is definitely helpful here. And neither runner had any issues with having to farm the croc projectiles. So well
You
done,
just
croc
discharge
fans.
here.
That too, they do have the charge beam.
Yeah. So what were those numbers?
I'm
Seven
pretty sure what
supers,
he
five
said was
missiles?
seven missiles, 5 supers.
It'd
If
just
he's
be
around
a
in chat, he could confirm.
good numbers to know. Because Croc does have just a known number of step backs. And so you can manage your missiles. Do that.
But yeah, save scum here. We're gonna look at this E-Tank item and then be on our merry way on M2 side.
Yeah, Glove's still not really having a good day. This time it's the green gate glitch.
It is a vanilla E-Tank here, so bombs were the other reward. They would allow you, if you really, really, really wanted to check Gauntlet with the
Really
5 power
wanted.
bombs and the normal bombs, but it would basically cause you to run all the way back across criteria to end up exactly where you would be if you just went down this portal anyway. But it's a decision
What
you
about
could
the
make. If,
save? You could go down the elevator, or you could do Gauntlet. Yeah, expect both of them to just go down Red Tower now. Lots of portals, lots of majors. Probably open up to something else as well.
yeah.
But
In here in Red
Glove,
Tower with the likely early X-ray, the bombs do serve as a backup if you get if you fall in that final pit.
it's still not easy to get up, even if you do fall with bombs. Most of the time, you're going to jump from the spikes into a bomb jump. And that just means if you miss, you take another spike hit until you get it.
Yeah, and then if you really want to be skillful, you gotta do a power bomb for one of your IBJs to kill the waivers that are homing in on your position. But yeah, similar to the last seed, we're gonna see M2 pulling away a little bit here on a path they're both very likely to be on. We'll see what ends up happening. Obviously, not nearly as much time lost on Gloves in without a console crash. So we should be still in for a close race. We'll just have to see what the seed decides to give our runners as far as optionality here in the near future.
Like, didn't have a console crash for time loss, but still, Glove's feeling pretty bad. Moat plus Green Gate glitch firm, refirm. I'm just not feeling good about this. And Croc itself, it was an E-Tank and bombs, so not the most impactful items.
Yeah, bomb's one of those items you never really know just how much use you're gonna get out of them. You
We are
ever
seeing they have 3 power bomb packs right now. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about 5 power. I guess I was talking about 5 power bomb plus bomb on MM2 side because he hadn't done alpha power bombs yet. So
Right.
Glove looks like she just wants to knock out this gauntlet here. So we are gonna have a little bit different of item set potentially, and even if it's just an extra E tank, because we find screw attack. Adam, we just barely got our eyes on a little bit at the end of the last one before the restart. So definitely not the gravity suit that we found here, but still a nice item.
27 health. Gotta be careful. 1 spike hit will kill.
And we got out of health bombs, so we're
Okay, we're
we
good.
got full. So we did get a health drop from the the fire fleas, which are very, very likely to, to drop power bombs.
So about this gauntlet play, the major here can't be a suit, so that devalues gauntlet itself. And we also have high power bombs, regular bombs, and charge beam, and so that's going to really hurt the value of the ammo in the back.
So yeah, just an
Just an
E-Tank.
E-Tank.
And this time M2 not taking Slaughter's refill and doesn't get the energy refill, but does get the high jump boots, which are very nice to have always.
I don't know. What do you think his odds are of running into Upper Norfair now that it could be any of the 5 portals?
Yeah, much higher odds this time, but you know, 2 of those are not heated, so you know, could be all right. And doesn't quite get the jump from the 2, but you have high jump, so you're fine. We end
Yep.
up in New Bridge.
So high jump puts this in logic and makes it easy enough to jump back up. If you don't have high jump, then jumping through the door as a gravity jump is usually frame perfect. It's also a sub-pixel RNGness that can make it 2 frames.
I did not know all of that. Thank you. So yeah, found another West Meridia portal, and then another West Meridia portal here at the bottom of Red Tower. So only Main Street outstanding, and you can safely fall down this if you really want to. And with the high jump, you can even do a Mama Turtle check. You've got bombs to bomb jump up there, and if Main Street's nothing, you just go down to Map Station. So it's actually gonna be pretty condensed and efficient West Meridia clear here.
One of these jump morphers. It's so much safer to roll off. But it does make it over fine. Everyone's getting really practiced at avoiding the POW amp and the crabs on the way down. Meridia enemies doing their pile of damage. Probably good at avoiding Mama Turtle damage as well.
Interestingly, MM2 wanted to look at this item before committing to get it, but still is getting an energy tank, which
That's
says to
really bad.
me,
That
yeah,
fall. Don't die.
Mama Turtle is roaming, so you do not want
Close
to
to
be
9.
down there with her. You do not want to be down there with her. As you can see, 200 damage is not
Maybe,
not what you want to be taking in the.
maybe he values the E-Tank a little more right now. But no, not going to turn around and try again to get it. Okay, so it does
He
get past the
values his
pirate.
life.
The pirate's
Just
pretty
enough.
scary to get around because it's easy to accidentally touch his hitbox. The fish is always out of the way, but it does make it by.
Yeah, some heads up farming there at the top of Redfish, but now you're in a position where like even going through this portal is like, you know, not exactly
It's the save
trivial.
station.
Aha, I was wondering why we were going up.
Yeah, can't get to the top, but can reach the save.
Oh yeah. That was a nice little Meridian enemy sandwich. And MM2 is definitely the food. So
Mm-hmm.
right back here in the same room. We never left.
It's gonna reset the position on the crab. Oh no! Get crabbed.
Yeah, missed that shot on the door and just a little bit too quick. So giving some time back to Glove here is MM2, but still positionally ahead. One E-Tank down from Gauntlet, and also 2 supers looks like is what Glove picked up back there as well. So this is getting closer. And it was a heated room there
Heated
at
room.
Main Street.
Yeah, had just enough health to live. Keeping it tight.
But yeah, now you gotta deal with more crabs here.
Yeah. So the fast way is to shoot them as you run by, but the safe way is to jump over the crabs. And then I'm always worried about shooting supers at I'm gonna miss somehow, and then they fall on my head.
I appreciate that power bombing, but unfortunately we were out of health bombs, so we got power bombs back. But yeah, M2's headed to Green Brinstar, so as long as he doesn't do some like muscle memory deboost off of a few two enemies, he's gonna be alright and more than likely run into an energy tank pretty soon.
Bottom. Yeah. It's like it's not hard to run into 2 hoppers and then be down to 10 health again. But probably gonna be a little bit safer with that. Plus with screw attack, it's not too likely to get hit.
Oh, that is a...
That is a
She was falling fast, but she did get the unmorph. So yeah, successfully overheard a Mama Turtle. And yeah, I'm interested to see if Glove just, goes for the bomb jump straight away.
Yeah, that was she did a turnaround next to the pirate, and that was enough to touch its hitbox. There's a baby
Okay,
turtle
we
on
have
top of
found
the mom
Upper
turtle.
Norfair, the middle of Green Brinstar, and that leads to Torian.
Okay,
So this
Torian
is going to
found.
be potentially 2 additional checks to try and find Speed Booster before we clear out Green Brinstar. Glove did not get the energy tank either, it looks like. So we'll maintain the 1 E-tank advantage, not up it to 2. And our runners are in a position where the ammo pack they need to Crystal Flash is actually missiles. Typically, that's the thing you have a surplus of at 21 minutes into a seed. But we're at 2 packs found now with M2 getting eyes on those vanilla high jump missiles.
Yeah, you almost made it long enough to not see those missiles first.
And M2 back in a position where no high jump E-tank here. So if he wants, pardon me, if he wants to do this ice beam check, quite a lot of farming, or you have to pop this crystal flash here, which those missiles did allow for him to do, and you can refill pretty much all of your miners pretty quickly in this area. But he is,
Yeah,
I guess he's gonna
crystal
damage down
flash
in the
isn't
heated
bad here.
room,
Wow,
and then pop the
very tight
crystal
mock ball.
flash. Yeah, he's just gonna do it in here.
If just to show off the Mega Man spray.
All part of the plan.
Yep. So, comfy run to Ice Beam, and then gonna leave that check Green Brinster. And you don't really need ammo of any kind for that. So it's a future problem where you need to get your super and power bomb count back up.
Yep, leave that problem for future you. See if they don't have the ability to deal with it. Especially Craigsley are still outstanding, so that's the best place to get supers.
Like
In general.
if MM2 didn't take the Mama Turtle hit, then wouldn't have to use the Crystal Flash here, and then would have ammo in a healthier spot.
Yeah, we are gonna more than likely see that on Gloves, and she has the ability to just do this ice beam check right away and then head down to high jump. So E-Tank and grapple, you're never gonna be upset at finding grapple, especially before gravity. So a worthwhile little dip here in an Orfair.
Right. It's always good to mention that we need ways to kill all the bosses because we're playing with boss randomized. And Ridley is kind of bare minimum to do a Ridley fight with supers and E-tanks, but not there yet. And a Dragon fight with the help of Grapple Beam, we can do the fight with the quick kill as well as the grapple escape. Then high jumps
Yeah.
can make grapple escape a little easier.
Yeah, and we got the grapple before gravity, but just barely, as a charge room because it's our first suit here. Gravity first again. We will see what other goods we find here in Green Brinstar. But yeah, the seed is starting to open up to them a little bit. I did want to make mention back in Red Tower, both runners saw Wreck ship the front and decided to leave that for another day. Didn't want to go to the boss area and see what it had in store. At that time, it definitely would have been a 50-50 killable boss. So both runners elected to move on. Now, well, when we get back to basically any boss area, we're more than likely going to be confident at probably all four. Almost certainly going to run into one more super pack and potentially, um, you know, eat tanks. I think I said supers first, and that was what I meant to say afterwards.
Yeah, but not enough to just have 30 capacity supers. Yeah, gonna have all of your ammo back by then as well. Just for that Ridley fight. But 2 more majors in Green Brinstar. Still a pile of miners to get here. But they do have charge. And this is kind of when you start look at cutting miners.
Yeah, nice space jump found here. Movement's gonna feel really good. High jump and space jump. You are getting set up for some nice comfy movement throughout the rest of the seed. If you see speed booster, it'll be even better. But yeah, so far so good as far as the seed's concerned. We can pretty much go wherever we want. Obviously, Lower Norfair is it's a little bit out of our way, as well as not something you really want to do on 4+1 right now, unless it's 4+2. No, it's just one because it's the wave gates to reserve, and Glove doesn't appear to have any others yet. So we're gonna be looking to maybe spike I don't know, an East Meridia item, or frankly, oh well, we could also just get Varia.
Various suit. Okay. So double suit Green Bryn. All right.
Classic, just go where the items are seed.
Mm-hmm. So now the main concern is going to be that Batoon hallway, except we have crystal flash ammo and bombs and gravity. So even if we don't find Dragon somewhere, or ice or speed, then we got that crystal flash option. And there's some more power bombs just to help with that.
Yeah, one of the more even minor distributions you're gonna see. That's. I think I was saying this in the first seed from both of our runners. A little bit of, little gluttonous on that powerbomb pickup, but yeah, probably from here on out, majors are going to be the things that are most valuable. It's difficult to commit to that this early because of the complete lack of beams, and if none of them show up on a path that could, go very quickly at this rate, you might wish you had picked up some more stuff, but that could be a play you make. Just kind of rush majors, hope for some beams, and if you don't run into beams, you probably run into at least, well, you've only really got one more movement item that you really want, but speed would be great.
So as far as skipping majors goes, this super count and charge only is not really ideal for ending the game on. So any beam upgrade at all would be really enough to just go to the end. But we're still looking for a bit more boss damage before Mother Brain.
Yeah, and as I talked about the ammo distribution, it got completely even as far as pickups are concerned on MM2 side. 30-30-30. This is
Yeah, that's funny to see. Normally it's weighted towards more missiles and fewer power bombs, but not today.
Yeah, so MM2 is taking his one major check and running here. Just wanted to look at Wave Beam got an additional energy tank, and now he's potentially out of here. This is a portal we don't know about. It could be. You're following it regardless. You just don't know where it's going to take you. Kraid's Lair is outstanding. We haven't seen East Meridia at all. And then, yeah, back a wreck ship. That was also an option.
Wreck ship.
Yeah, MM2 had some thoughts, but on the one end, it's pretty scary to isolate the croc door there when you haven't seen Kraid's Lair. But because of the map knowledge that they have, you're gonna. Well, hold up. No, that can't be Kraid's Lair. It has to go into East Meridia, and then the other end is Kraid's Lair.
Oh, are you saying all that we don't know is East Meridia portals?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
This will
and so we
be.
have this East Meridia problem of reaching the boss.
Yeah, you would very much like this to be Dragon or whichever boss it had to give you ice or speed. That would be the ideal thing to happen here. If it doesn't, obviously, like you said, you have the Crystal Flash ammo potential. You have the Crystal Flash potential for getting through Botsman Hallway, and you do still have, two majors outstanding in Beaumont that you could option to if you so desired. And a little bit difference here. We've already seen Glove skip a few missiles that she's had her eyes on. MM2 is coming in here to this spooky check, rewarded with supers, which is definitely the thing he most wanted. But like you said, with the loadout, you could start potentially seeing some minor skips that you would, definitely not see in a chargeless seed.
Well, at this moment, supers are very important. I would even take missile pack because we're afraid to see a Ridley here. That'd be a very slow fight. And the
Oh,
door's
and
on the
it
left.
is. This is gonna be a huge time save from Glove.
Yeah,
That crystal flash, it it is rearing its ugly head in MM2's perspective. The Mama Turtle issues, along with not getting that energy tank, pretty much put him in a situation where if you were checking Ice Beam, that was your only option. And this could be, I mean, this could even up. It could even be, a full swing all the way to Gloves lead here.
yeah. So 10 supers for that Crystal Flash is going to be a third of Ridley's health. And we're doing power bombs for that instead. And you go through power bombs much slower, and it's less damage each.
Yeah, each hit of the power bomb is 200, so if you double hit all your power bombs, that's 400 health. It looked like, considering just how high his power bombs were, he may be able to get away without doing any charge shots here, but like you said, it's going to be really long. Glove is also starting with power bombs. This is the phase of the fight where it is easiest to hit power bombs. Ridley's a lot more stationary. Later on in the fight, you can get in situations where Ridley's AI will start changing to completely and utterly avoid those power bombs at all costs. You are seeing one of the other quirks of the Ridley fight. Despite the fact that your projectiles and other damage sources do persist off screen, if Ridley is not on screen, Ridley will not take damage. So definitely had a power bomb that didn't do any damage, despite probably both explosions being over Ridley's hitbox. But yeah, Glove with probably gonna have like a third of the time in this room compared to MM2.
Yeah. So Glove's done here, and MM2 just has to finish it with supers. And they're going to be pretty close to each other. But Glove in the lead.
Ooh, 2 misses. That is not good. He does have 16 missiles, so he doesn't have to do any more power bombs, which he of course doesn't have, but also no charge shots. Ooh, that is
Oh.
that's a
If we're doing
bold
charge
skip.
shots, then it's bad. Oh, skipping the major.
I do not know how I feel about that, especially like we were saying with this. Like you're going to East Meridia next, and I think Glove should have the map knowledge to know that. So this major has so much upside right now.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
right.
whether it's about to an item or not, like we said, every beam is good here. So, obviously the odds still are that it's a tank, but so much upside. We'll see if M2 makes the same player decides to forego the check.
Yeah, I just don't think that you can skip everything from here on to the end. Like the weapon damage isn't good enough, and you still have items that are going to speed you up a lot. But we are getting the check on MM2's side.
And just a
Wow.
reserve. So
Okay, that's the worst item.
yeah, a
Good
risky
skip.
play for Glove, very much rewarded.
All right. So we're trying to figure out this endgame route. Torian is in Upper Norfair, and East Meridia, which connects to Craigslayer, is also in Upper Norfair. So you just need to fit in this Lower Norfair, which is over in West Meridia.
Yeah. If Ellen wasn't so far out of the way, you might have been able to get away with doing that first before these two, just because you're gonna end up in the same area. But it would still be slower overall. So yeah, chat's saying that this is kind of what you have to do here. So I'm gonna say that if we go in, if this is the aqueduct door, we're probably just gonna see both runners just go through in Crystal Flash. If it's the back, you're probably gonna see them go into Kraid's Lair first and take care of that boss. So yeah, this is the back. So that's probably actually what you wanted. As MM2 goes up the front, we do have some divergence here. He is gonna do that lower Norfair play first.
Yeah.
I can't
Looks like
say for
leading.
sure how much this routing difference is gonna affect things, but you know, if MM2, especially if MM2 spikes a Dragon down here in Lower Norfair, that's gonna be quite the boon to the East Meridia routing.
Dragon will be really good. I'm not sure how running across minors and majors plays out as being an advantage to one runner over the other.
Like
But
specifically, speed would obviously be really huge if that's in Lower Norfair and MM2 finds that in his grasp, but we will certainly see.
yeah. But then these Lower Norfair minors are going to be directly on path, and supers are still worth picking up. I think missiles are worth picking up, but they're just not worth much. But supers are still really strong. Plus, they need the ammo refill if they're going to be thinking about crystal flashes.
Yeah, that could have also been something MM2 was thinking about. I mean, his current ammo hasn't been good since the Crystal Flash he took in Upper Norfair, so with the on the way minor checks here as well. You know, you're gonna get your ammo up for sure in this area, so yeah. The other thing I was saying about you know, Dragon here in Lower Norfair being really good for MM2's East Meridia routing. It's also really, really bad, kind of no matter what in this case of Glove, because you have to go back out the back if Dragon isn't one of the two bosses that you do here. You have to take the long scenic route to get back, and Kraid's Lair has Fantoon, and somehow I just keep saying things that could happen, and they keep happening as far as Speed Booster is concerned, and it keeps being on MM2's side.
Yeah. So speed is just a great find. That gives you high jump speed, which is just really good for your mobility. And it's also at the start of this end game, where you still have many regions to go through, so it's going to see a lot of value.
Yeah. Now, regardless of Dragon being vanilla, you're probably just running through. Well, I guess in the exact case where Dragon is vanilla and you can't, you know, run to the boss first when you come in the back, you're not gonna have to do the security skip or Crystal Flash. You can just run through Botswood Hallway, so that's a boon. Full halfie is an option for MM2. Not that it's too much faster with Space Jump, but it is still something that he has access to. The Glove won't, and yeah, just as long
And
as
he
you have
keeps running
speed.
into all these super packs. Just going to end up with better weapon damage into the end of the game.
Yeah. And you know, considering what we've seen on Glove side thus far, there's a non-zero chance that Glove doesn't even look at that speed, especially since this will be the final area on her path. So you know, already going to have Crystal Flash clip to Batu, and already going, you know, we've already killed Ridley, so like beams are only Mother Brain boon. So
Okay, that's Vanilla Dragon.
it is Vanilla Dragon, so that is good for Glove because she'll be able to take the fast route out of East Meridia once Dragon is killed, and also not, you know, getting like super route punished versus what M2 did. But M2 did just
Does
get a
need...
crate kill that'll open up a major the Glove's not going to see as well.
Okay, I guess we get 2 tries at Crystal Flash Clip. Assume we get a missile. So, betting it all. Oh, how much do they do? I thought I saw 85 health.
I also thought I saw 85 health. They do 90, according to Zeb. And
90. Oh,
yeah, this is a ship save from the very beginning of the seed.
yeah, it's a tragic death. Not really something that you come back from. This is... I don't think it's the before Gauntlet save. But could be.
Yeah, this is before Gauntlet, because that was the 4th tank, and also the map tiles aren't filled in. And yeah, I mean, I think Glove's reaction says it all. No additional words from me.
Mm.
So yeah, it's like Glove is unsure whether or not she wants to fight on or just wait around and see how long it takes him to end up completing the seed. He's well on his way, as we can see. This is just it's something you never want to see in a race between, like we said, 2 very closely skilled runners, 2 great competitors, 2 good friends. Already had a weird, couple of scenarios that caused this game 2 to be delayed from when it was originally supposed to happen. So just some very unfortunate things for a lot of reasons in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and we were getting an interesting route divergence to see who had the better thought on how to play out this end game. Whether it was Lorne Warfare first or East Meridia Cradler first.
And then to even getting to show off another boon of this route. Had 2 different, speed booster options to get to this Croc portal pretty fast, but we're gonna see Croc Speedway, which has an additional miner here. This is very seldom checked in major minor randomizer seeds. Obviously full of changes, lots of different stuff. But yeah, shout outs to Croc Speedway.
Yeah, I really like all these minor checks that MM2 is doing. Like 5 supers are worth 300. No, was it 1500 damage?
Yeah.
It's just so many charge shots that a super pack is worth. So like it saves a lot of time if you find them. That's why I haven't really liked Glove's choice to skip everything. Because a 30 super is just... It's half the Mother Brain fight, and then you're doing... It's a 200 shot fight from there. More than that. Or is it? I guess it's 150 from there.
Yeah, if you do exactly half, yeah, that's what it would be. But yeah. Obviously, with the raw divergence, like we said, speed was the one item that probably made it better, regardless of what else happened in the in game as far as bosses were concerned. But yeah, we're never gonna see exactly how things would have panned out. We shall we'll potentially get to see a Crade's Closet check here from M2.
Okay, yeah. These Zavirs are deadly.
Yeah, shout out to Space Jump. Very, very good room to have that item.
Crew attack, space jump, the combo.
Glove is backing Rebrand. She knows where everything that she needs that isn't a beam is located. We'll see
Yeah.
what miner she wants to pick up. A spring ball. Not what you wanted to see here with both suits and all of the other movement items.
Yeah. So glove knowing where both suits are, you don't really need any of the other supporting items. Didn't really find good movement items like speed or a beam, so there's just a lot you can skip from this position.
I forget exactly where Space Jump was, but I think if that was on my way enough, I would definitely pick it up. It was at Edicoon's, according to our tracker Jestro, so she has elected not to.
Yeah, Edicoon's is kind of far. Like, how much time are you saving with Space Jump?
Without speed, probably quite a bit. I'm not sure, especially, and also, you know, there's the other. I think it was a vanilla super down there, which, you know, as we saw on our screens, you know, difference between 30 super Ridley or close to 30 super versus, you know, any other fight is significant. Nice air dodger there on round 2.
Yeah, it does take another round to finish. Yeah, good fight.
We're gonna look at some Bubble Mountain items here on Glove's side.
Yeah, we don't know much about Bubble Mountain.
Oh, or not.
Or not. A good chance of having a beam up here. Let's see.
Maybe Glove, you know, knowing more than likely that that death sealed her fate. She just wants to go right back to East Meridian and get her revenge on the Well, she's not Crystal Flash clipping though, is she? Not with 5 missiles.
We're back to 5 missiles.
And it was in, you know, M2 just showed us, in case we'd forgot, that the Kraid Miner is a super, so yeah, no, we're not Crystal Flash clipping with 5 total, with, you know, 5 max missiles. It's not possible.
Yeah, MM2's ammo looking pretty good for Mother Brain right now, though.
It was a very short charge as well. Did not think we were going to blue quickly enough, but we did.
Yeah, I think go for 2-tap there. Here's a major that is on path. The Batu knee tank. And
the beam.
There's beam damage. So ice beam is really good. With this many supers, you're not super desperate for one of those really strong beams. So you're happy with the side benefits of ice, being the Metroid rooms being faster and easier zeb skip.
Certainly never gonna turn down an ice beam. And I'm not the world's, you know, foremost expert on beam acceleration, but it looked like MM2 tried to fire a beam to get the door to potentially get a full halfie, but didn't shoot it when he wanted to, so just charged the spark for you know, visual flair. Didn't even pop it. Got optionality here as far as a grapple kill versus a shine spark kill. We'll see what M2 wants to do. Definitely going to start with the spark. We'll see how he finishes it afterwards.
Yeah, the spark technically saves time if you're going for a grapple kill.
You can't get a swoop first round, so it's damage that you're going to get, and probably you're not going to do that much damage with your ammo versus a spark.
So that is revenge on the snail clip. Check these miners. Missile super.
It's still a little you know, not the friendliest. You could get it. You're gonna get another super at Kraid's Lair to get you up to 30. But after the Crystal Flash clip, you would have maximum of 20 supers for the snake with the greatest hitbox in the history of video games.
Oh yeah, this is all supers over here, so it wouldn't have been a missile pack. You actually needed that missile.
So yeah, M2's got all 4 bosses down. He just needs to come back into Norfair and then go into Kraid's mouth. Kraid ate Tori and this seed.
The infamous Kraid mouth. Yeah, pretty solid endgame route from MM2. Most of the checks were just what was on path, and that ended up being conveniently supers. And then also got a nice beam as the on path major. Like, Glove's endgame route made sense too. So Lower Norfair is just off to the side somewhere, so you could do it before these boss regions or after.
Nicely done on the Phantoon refight here on Glove's side. And again, we'll see if she can get, you know, revenge against the Crystal Flash clip while MM2 is doing what will be a Torian that's as normal as it can be without, you know, a better beam. Just ice is, you know, not the width you're used to, and it's also not gonna go through any walls. But I don't think any of the Turian struts involve that. There's just, you know, obviously the bramble that's a little more annoying.
The main thing is hitting the Metroids with your beam. Like if you have wave or plasma, or like the wideness of Spazer, it's easier to hit Metroids. But with just ice, expect this to go a bit slower. Although maybe with these items you could just run and jump through the Metroids. Actually, seems fine.
Yeah, we do have bombs, so grouping shots are open to our runners.
Okay. So Glove also with 15 power bombs this time. We still get to see a Crystal Flash clip attempt. First try.
First try, nicely done.
Awesome. Yeah, didn't need any spare power bombs for that.
Yeah, 16 supers, and if we run out of those, we're gonna be firing some charge room shots. But so far, looks like, yeah, might have missed one. Stellar Botswoon kill, and we'll see if M2 wants to baby skip. Again, this is another place where that beam isn't optimal, but it is possible to do. Just, you know, some extra jump roping with the baby Metroid.
Yeah, I expect the runners at this stage of the tournament to have some practice with like not wave beam, baby skip.
Was pretty close to a grab, but did not get grabbed by the baby. Well executed baby skip.
And yeah, we're seeing 35-52 for ammo. And so it's going to be most of the Mother Brain fight damage. So even though it's just charge ice, it's not going to be too many shots. And we probably get a ice shield.
Yeah, he has a million of those.
Yeah.
If you've seen low percent ice runs, those are things that can be enacted. The easiest places are at the beginning of the fight, and then also the catch-up phase. Certain patterns allow you to, pretty much guarantee yourself the time to, charge it and fire it off. Ice shields are the weird special beam attack that only do 90 per particle. Every other special beam attack is 300 per particle. Why that's the case, who knows? But that's how the game was programmed. So not
I
the
don't know,
most powerful, but
the damage of Ice Beam just feels bad. What can you do?
yep.
Didn't open with Ice Shield. I don't think.
I
That'd be the
also
time to
don't
do
think.
it.
And here you'll see a strategy. You can sometimes see runners will save 15 supers for the final phase. However, if you're not 100% sure that you're on a damage table that's going to be doing exactly 300 per, you're going to be on a 300 damage reduction or whatever.
I did get one Ice Shield.
Yeah, you are basically going to be in a position where she starts firing catch-ups when she gets at or below 75. So the 14 is pretty much so you're not gonna waste, time firing other things when a super would be better, because when the catch up starts you're gonna fire the 14 and either she'll be dead or you need to fire a few more beams. But if you're off of the normalized damage, she could potentially fire a catch up and you only need 14 supers to kill, but you have 15, so that's just a little more inefficient. So using his brain here.
It was an enjoyable low Ace Dragon fight on the club side. Breaking out the Ice
Yeah,
Shield.
Glove showed off some ice shields.
Got the Goop Farm strats. Keeping it entertaining. Yeah. This is MM2 surviving the low ice Mother Brain fight with all this extra equipment. It should be a
Yeah,
clear
not
run
quite the
from here.
3 tank 10-10 fight that you see drag on for minutes upon minutes. Yeah, this will be a 2-0 victory here for MM2 that will place him into the top 8 of the bracket, awaiting the winner of Audra versus Bressingham, which is happening on Sunday. Like we've been saying for several rounds of this tournament, it never gets any easier. You're never gonna have an opponent to take a break against. Everyone's gonna challenge you and make you do your best.
Yeah. And that's how you improve, right? By challenging the best.
It's certainly the theory.
Mm-hmm. And that theory makes these runners some of the best, so you can show them some support and follow their Twitch channel. mm2nescartridge and glove. Glove SM, sorry.
Yep, these two are randomizer aficionados, always looking at stuff. They also believe they're both playing in the SMZ3 SGL online tournament. I know they were both racing in some qualifiers.
Yeah, I think I've seen MM2 in the spoiler tournament as well for Link to the Past. Busy tournament season.
That it is. That's one of the exciting things about SGLIVE online. Lots of tournaments going on, especially for the multi-game runners. you can get yourself a whole lot of races in a pretty condensed amount of time. So either great
Absolutely.
or it's can be a little bit draining. Definitely gotta pace yourself and such. Especially if you're MM2 and you're participating in 3 tournaments from the sound of it, and also organizing 2. But
Yeah.
the love of the game. That's why we do it.
Probably doing something for the 100% tournament as well. But that is MM2 on the ship. Gonna take the win in this series, the 59:35. It's the official race time. And Love's gonna be forfeiting shortly.
Yep, he took the 2 games here that we followed through to the finish, and yeah, there is our winner joining us in the commentary booth, MM2 as well as Glove. Welcome to both of you.
GG Glove.
GG.
Man, sucks to eliminate your friend.
Yeah,
But
well,
yeah, that's how the game goes.
that's the tourney.
Yeah, I'll start with MM2. Just general thoughts on this seed, especially the chart Veeam start always you start making some decisions early. Potentially, it looked like you ended up just kind of still going with the ammo. It ended up working out well, but yeah, tell us your thoughts.
I don't know. Charge start I don't really play too differently until I either get fairly close to ammo or find another beam. Aside from pseudo screw strats, that is obviously, but I don't know. Felt kind of silly when I at the very beginning I did like the morph strat out of morph, and I was like, oh wait, I can't do that. But I'd say on the seed overall, I think my most questionable decision was following back of Rex ship instead of doing back of East Meridia, which, well, I knew it was one side of East Meridia was created the other at that point, but I was like, okay, there's really a 1 in 4, this is Ridley. Every other boss I have a good way to kill. If it's Ridley, I can still do it, it just sucks. And then I can go out and do back-to-back LN and then do East Meridia with a way better chance I have a way through boss that isn't CF clip. And also my ammo at that point really sucked for CF clipping and then killing Botsune afterward. So I didn't really want to do East Meridia when I was so close to Turian.
Yeah, we
So-
were really following your ammo count ever since that Mama Turtle visit.
You
Causing
should
you to just fly.
take a look at Glove's webcam about 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, shout outs to my co-commentator Aussie.
Shout
Yeah,
out
shout out
to
to
Goat.
Aussie.
Yeah, the wreck
Thanks
ship
for that.
point was interesting. Yeah, it was looking like a lot of myself included and people in chat. We were thinking, following wreck ship into there was fine. Obviously, Ridley was a pretty hard punish for your current situation in M2. But basically, you do that, and then either you do East and Kraid there, or you leave them for later. It was just kind of like where Dragon ends up kind of factors in there, and then obviously you spike the speed booster exactly at Firefleet, which is just so huge. So
Yeah, that. And then I was like, all right, I'm not going to check any other majors that aren't on screen or are Kraid E-Tank, because I think I was like fair to do since I had Kraid done before East Meridian. And I didn't know if Glove would, but I mean, with regard to doing Rex ship, like it's still very likely a plus EV play because there's still 3 bosses there you can kill quickly, and same for skipping a bunch of items. I feel like when I'm up against a high level opponent like Glove, I just you gotta go for the plays that are plus EV, and then if you get punished, then that's just how it is.
Yeah, for sure. It was obvious when the stoppage happened, the first game 2 seed. I was worried when I look over in the race room and I'm like, well, there's a forfeit and also a fire alarm. So I'm glad I don't know whether it was false alarm, fire drill, whatever.
It was
But
a
glad to
drill,
see. No, it was a
but
drill. Yeah.
yeah.
College life.
Yup,
There was lots
gotta
of
love
fun
it.
speculation in chat as to what actually happened there. But yeah, glad to see
Yeah, there's
everything
the
worked
official
out.
resolution. It was in fact a drill.
They never tell you, which would
They don't.
be,
It sucks.
be
I wish
helpful.
I could not schedule my races. This is the second time that I've either had a race interrupted or almost interrupted by a fire alarm. So, yeah. Yeah, shoutouts to Glove for letting us redo that race. Would have sucked to have lost on that, but such is life.
Yeah. Turn it over to Glove. Anything you want to say about the races, the series in general?
Yeah, I don't know. My SM play is not really in a place I can be proud of it right now, and I'm not feeling the love of the game right now. So I think I need to maybe do some other stuff for a while.
Yeah, it's how it is. GG's. I'm definitely glad I got to race you, and good luck in whatever else you get to do.
Yeah, GG's. Best of luck going forward in the tourney.
Thank you. Yeah, GG's. Glad you participated, as well as everybody else, and of course, shouts to Aussie and DJ Webb for commentary, Jester for tracking, and everybody who's been involved with the tournament for making it a great experience for hopefully everybody. I think that's all I got to say.
Yeah, thanks, Palms and Tracker, GLMM2, GL everyone else in the tourney. See y'all in the next one.
Yep, we are, hopeful that, Love's a great competitor. I'm sure she'll be back strong in the future when she decides that, the love of the game, the love of competition, and, there's lots of camaraderie around here as well. So, said her a little bit earlier, but yeah, you're in the top 8 now, M2, facing the winner of Bressingham versus Audra, which happens on Sunday. And, that'll be very skilled opponent regardless for you. And I'm not sure if you've played either of them in SM Solo, at least not recently.
I've played with Bress in SM Solo, but I haven't. Yeah. I think the most recently I've played either of them 1v in any competitive format was Audra when in the 2021 co-op tournament, SMC3 that is, but I don't think I have any 1v1 tournament record with either of them.
Interesting.
Yeah, excited to see who I face.
New experiences. It's also, it's nice, obviously the people at the top of this community, a lot of them have a lot of experience with each other, but some of them don't. So, getting to face someone else that you're not, always matched up against, it can be exciting. You see how you stack up with everyone instead of, one or two people. But yeah, we have a few series scheduled here upcoming. The next one on our schedule, shoutouts to the Eastern Hemisphere, is Fringo Fox versus Nevdi at 5:10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday. Like I said, neither of them live in the Americas, so if you are in one of the better time zones for that, or you want to wake up with your Saturday morning SM because cartoons are overrated, check them out there. Also on Saturday, starting at 7:10 p.m. Eastern, is Kip versus Eddie. Both those series will have all 3 games raced if needed, and then the aforementioned Bressingham versus Audra match on Sunday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. There are a few other series that are currently known but not scheduled, especially I know I guess it would just be the winter semis Zeb Cutie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just Zeb Cutie.
I know I saw in the Hundo scheduling stuff that Cutie's got a bit of an up in the air schedule, but obviously with the way the loser bracket is, they've got time before they're not delaying anything, so that'll happen when it happens. And yeah, I've said all I had to say. Again, GG's MM2, and if you have something to say, feel free. Otherwise, Ozzy can take us out of here.
I'm good. I've said my piece. Thanks to y'all for commentating, and that's it.
Yep. So, GG's to MM2 again, and thanks to both of our runners, as well as the The crew has been here with me, the Web Distro. But that'll be it for this series. Speed Gaming, the network, as well as Speed Gaming Live Online 2023 is still going to continue across all the other Speed Gaming channels, so you can look forward to all kinds of races between our Super Metroid Randomizer tournament matches. But with that, we're done here tonight, and see you all next mission.